A recent power grid failure in New York caused panic and even stoked the fear of an alien invasion. With so many dependent on the electrical power grid, it is important to be prepared for the worst. Even President Donald Trump has taken it upon himself to sign an executive order declaring an electromagnetic pulse (EMP) could be debilitating to the United States power grid. Far too many Americans won't know what to do when the inevitable finally happens, and things will get dire should we have to live without power for more than 1 week. It is the policy of the United States to prepare for the effects of EMPs through targeted approaches that coordinate whole-of-government activities and encourage private sector engagement, said the executive order released by the White House. A congressional report warned that an EMP attack on the East Coast would kill 90% of those in the area over the course of 1 year due to the lack of food, money, fuel, electricity, and medical care. The infrastructure is crumbling, and while the government claims they intend to secure the power grid, most of us know much better. The best the rest of us can do is make sure we are armed with knowledge and the survivalist mentality. Americans, largely, have put their survival in the hands of the government, but if you're reading this, you probably want to become more self-sufficient. And beginning by preparing for a lengthy power grid failure, regardless of whether it was an EMP attack or an infrastructure failure, is a great start and an excellent first step when fueling your prepper's mindset. Start by storing extra water. If you have a well, you are already a giant leap ahead of those who do not. However, you will need to figure out a way to retrieve water without power. If you don't have a well, you should begin by making sure you have enough water for at least 6 weeks. Each person will need about 7½ gallons of water per day. That seems daunting, but it includes drinking, cooking, washing clothing, and personal hygiene. Next, store some food. Find a safe place you can hide away bulk non-perishable food items. If the grid fails, grocery stores will cease being stocked with food and will eventually run out completely. Can vegetables to store or buy extra canned goods when you go to the grocery store. The last step for now is to find a cool dark place to hide your food and water. Yes, it should be hidden. Consider keeping your stock of supplies a secret too. The fewer who know, the fewer who pose a threat to your supplies if a grid failure stretches past the week mark. People get desperate when they are hungry, and you may need to defend your food or water if too many others know what you've got and where you store it. Keep a survivalist mentality and rely on yourself. Prepping for a grid failure is one of the best ways to ensure the health and safety of your family in a worst-case scenario. If you enjoyed this video and wish to continue to view my content, please join my cult. To join my cult, click subscribe. Then click the bell to activate all notifications. Always thumb up every video. Thank you until next time.